Hi everyone, you're watching Jana FX, and in this video I'm going to make technical analysis for the coming week. We will have a look at main pairs, important levels, and my possible entry points. Of course, we'll have a look at a little bit of the trades I made previous week and where I'm planning to place my orders this coming week. So guys, and once again reminding you, don't forget to check economical calendar and follow the news about coronavirus. I know it's so tiring to listen news about virus and it's affecting markets so much, so it's just unbelievable. To be honest, I'm also tired to listen this news and somebody's really feels like manipulating everything with this news. So that's why, guys, I will be telling you like technically what I think, what I do, and how I place my orders. But as you understand and see how it's reacting on all these type of news, guys. So okay, so we are starting with Eurodollar as usual. So this is our week, okay, and we had previous week it's all went up, and look, this week it's also continued the way up. Of course, my expectation was that from here the pair will either continue to the next level because it is in a big downtrend channel, and possibly from here turn around for a correction, right? Well, I mean, it is being corrective because it's in a downtrend channel. So after this big correction, I was expecting it to actually continue to fall, right? So as previously, as a downtrend channel. So, and you can see, well, what it decided to do, it's actually had a bit of uncertainty around this area between all those levels, and finally it broke and went up. So obviously there is more news about coronavirus reaching US, and so because of that the dollar is becoming weak, and possibly this coming week it could be again following the news of spread of coronavirus, and so euro quite possibly from here can continue the way up. But technically, of course, I would expect a bit of correction, right? So, but you never know. So what we're going to do, I'm going to do. First of all, of course, I was waiting for some consolidation here, but it didn't give me any entry points as it jumped up straight away and started to sit around here. And I actually placed my sell order at that area. So let's just go back so I can show you where it was on a smaller chart because it's a bigger one. So you see when it started to have here consolidation around here, so I thought, well, finally it will have a little bit of consolidation and possibly it will start to fall. And guys, you can join my Telegram group where I actually send my orders for this week, a few of them, and where I placed my orders because I had few for like Eurodollar, pound yen, and gold, and some were profitable. It's a Telegram, you can find me as Jana FX, just exactly the same. Everywhere. You can join the group in Facebook too. It's also Jana FX and Forex with Jana FX out there. Except I still prefer more Telegram because it's faster to actually send pictures and messages out there compared to Facebook. And also, of course, you can check out my blog, janafx.com, where you can find the list of the brokers. So for example, what I'm trying to tell you now, guys, for example, you see I placed the order, right, with my EA and on few different brokers because I'm trading with few different ones. So for example, one broker took me into the trade here, one broker didn't because I have 20 pips below the level. So my actual order is 20 pips below. You can see, so it's like plus minus because of the wing. Some brokers will get you into the trade, some brokers will not get you into it. So you see, that's why when you're asking me, can I recommend you a proper broker, I can't do so because previously I had bad experience, and that's why I don't give you anymore the name. So, but if you go on my blog, I have a list of the brokers and I trade with few of them, so you can check it out and choose which one better for you because they have different conditions in different countries and regulations. So that's why on this example I have to say one of the broker I trading without the stop, so it took me into trade and now I'm floating. Another broker didn't take me in trade at all, none of these wings got in, and another one I'm trading with my recovery system and it had a beautiful trade. It took me into the trade, made me loss, and then it turned around and made me profit back. So that's how I use my EA and how I'm trading with different brokers. You see, now I'm not relying on one particular, I'm spreading it through the different ones now. So that's why with different brokers you'll have different results. okay? So that's I'm just trying to tell you, explain things. So you see, guys, I was keeping this level. For example, the first I thought it will be possible, it will finally go back down. Then it's created double top, so I thought, okay, great, double top. You see how you can be fooled? That's what I'm trying also to tell you. The double tops, the head and shoulders. So then I thought it will be head and shoulders. So some people would just jump in the trades, and that's why I'm usually placing the pending order with a distance, okay? So that's what I'm always saying. Depends which broker you're trading. Make a distance of 20 pips plus the spread. So you see, if on euro you have spread 1 or 2, so instead of 20 it would be 22 pips, 21, or depends on the pair, it could be up to 25 and 30 pips distance from the actual level. So that's how you avoid, for example, the big losses or drawdowns, like how I'm having in one of my accounts right now. So that's how I had, you see, pretty much no trades on euro dollar, because I didn't want to buy it, place the orders buy. I only placed the orders one direction. So, and even on Friday, you see, non-farm payroll also didn't give anything. I actually had a sell order in here too, but there was no movement. You see, it's nothing. It's ignored non-farm completely, because the non-farm was actually really good for dollar, and I was expecting it to drop. So possibly this week, I think again, if the non-farm and some other news economical, then I would expect euro to actually fall finally and start to falling at least, okay? But coronavirus can change the picture. So what I'm going to do, I think I'm going to, if it's not going to be any jumps, no gaps, I'm going to place my pending order once again around this area, okay? Right now I'm placing it here just to see if it opens and start to sit just on top of it. Then I'm going to play, of course, if it will jump and break that level, I'm going to cancel it. But that's my first area where I will be placing the order. So of course, right now I will be looking more towards placing just one pending order sell stop, okay, with the distances, right? So for example, if the market will not consolidate and will continue the way up, then I will see, hopefully it will start to consolidate around here, and then I can place my pending sell order around somewhere around this area, okay? So I'm looking into the sell orders, because like I'm saying, look at this, it's a very sharp and huge move, and it's affected by the news, as you understand. That's why. And here you see I'm using the stop, so that's how you can see where that level came from. So from those two tops. So this is a little bit of the uptrend channel. Yes, it quite possibly could be turning around point for euro, but I'm still concerned because of the Brexit, okay? There is still Brexit and still more coronavirus spreading around Europe too. So that's why I'm kind of really surprised why the euro is going up so much. Well, maybe because in America they're also very scared of it. So we will see. It might stuck to here a little bit, or maybe it will stuck in here for some time. I don't know. We will see. So that's what I showed you on a smaller chart around this area. So if it will go here, that's the next area to look for. And as you can see, it's a huge move without any correction. So you see it's already nearly 500 pips. Look at that. And if it will go further like 600 pips, of course, at some point it should turn around. That's why I will be looking to place in pending order sell for euro dollar at this moment. So that's my view on euro dollar. Now we're going to dollar yen, and look at this. I didn't have any trades. I missed an opportunity, but anyway, here I was expecting a turning around. So I said I will wait for consolidation, and consolidation happened, except see it's very wide. It's too wide for me. That's why I didn't want to risk it. So first, let's go on a smaller chart. You will see I'm just giving you a little bit more details on you see it started to consolidate in here. So I was saying I would wait some consolidation. I need a smaller channels to place orders both directions. You see, it didn't give it to me. It jumped up, went down, jumped up. So I thought, okay, perfect. I do look like it might be double bottom, and it might continue go inside the channel, right, to go up. So here I thought, okay, maybe I should place my order here, but look how close it is to the next one. So it's plus minus 30, slightly less, and because of the bigger spread and could be slipperish in conditions right now, it's not perfect. So I decided I will not risk it. So I just left it as it is. And you see, then it went down. Here was a good area, and that should have been I should have placed the order from this level. But I was busy with some other pairs at this moment, so I decided I will not go for it. So you see, that's the area. So where it was possible. So that's how I'm trying to tell you guys where to look for. Okay, so where I look for. So around this area. So it could have been. So what is it now? Once again, the pair is also reacting on the news. Coronavirus, and yen is stronger because of that. And dollar is a little bit weak. And you see, non-farm again didn't do anything to it. Didn't help dollar at all. Except, like I'm saying, the news. If there will be more news, of course, of coronavirus, we will see. It probably will continue falling. And if you know, a long time ago, when I was making one of my main analysis around here, I was telling you that it did look like a very big triangle at that point. Remember that bottom, and I was telling you I would see around here I was saying that it's quite possible that we will see a second bottom, because yen likes to create patterns, as you saw already, and it likes the gaps. You saw how it's closing them. It does at some time. And so some of you remember you saw a bullish flag. Well, I said don't see any bullish flag. I only see a possible triangle. So, and that's what I'm trying to show you. We are quite right in this level again. You see how strong this level? It's been here before, and it's quite looks like it might break this time. You see, it's been trying to 1, 2, 3 attempts, and who knows that this one, with all of this coronavirus news and the fears of it in America, it actually can finally drop. Okay, so yeah, I can see it now. So of course it's quite possible it's yes or no, but we see that I'm saying we have one top and one bottom. We have second top. Yes, it is so top because all of this didn't reach this one, so that's why I would presume this could be a second bottom, and I would presume that from here it will turn around again. So to be honest, I will be looking here, placing the buy orders, but it's talking in a bit further in the future. So you see how many times I've been changing that level. I'm just going to show you a little bit once again, and we have looking at it, maybe it will be a triangle like this. Remember, we've been placing the orders like this and also counting 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, didn't break, but it did break a little bit here, 3, and then again, and then see it's broke. Right now it broke this kind of little triangle, and it had a pullback and continued away. So it's like I'm showing you that it quite looks like a confirmation of continuation of the downtrend. I mean, of course, as such a big move down at this point, it might have a bit of a correction. So we still might stuck in here a little bit in this area before. It's still more towards it might continue to the next level of this huge triangle. So, well, we'll see what's going to happen. So on the smaller time frames, of course, we will have a look for opportunities, because it's a very long way. You see, it's a long way to go out there. I'm just warning you that it can possibly happen, because some of you who actually have floating trades, then you need to think about it. Okay, you see at this moment it kind of might have a recovery. It had a strong non-farm payroll, but it's pretty much been ignored. Some more news this week. You see, it kind of creates a little bit of bearish flag again. You see, that's a little bit looking like in the short term the same, right? So if it will break down, let's say it will go. It's quite a good of about now 50-60 pips to continue down to this level. So I will see if there will be no other opportunities. Then I will see if that will go a little bit like this as a flag. And of course, using this level is possible, placing the pending order sell with continuation to this downtrend. So of course, you never know, anything can change. Maybe they'll come out with vaccine, who knows, and it's going to be great news, and it's all will turn around in a second. So you have to be really careful these days, guys. Be really careful. So maybe avoid trading, I don't know, just like I'm saying, depends how much you have on your accounts. So of course all of this can turn around and then jump back. So then I will see if it will go back in the same area, it will consolidate in here, or maybe underneath this level. And again, looking for those types of channels. Okay, guys, so it's all the same. Looking for some nice consolidations. So that's my view on dollar yen. Now Australian dollar didn't give me any entry points, and it's actually had a little bit of a brief, because a bit better news from China, right? They're saying it's getting better there. They have less cases now. Economies started to recover. They're starting to go back to work properly now. So of course Australian caught good news and had a recovery, and but it didn't have any entry point. You see, that's what I'm saying to you, just touched it and it just jumped 200 pips. So for me, once again, I don't want to risk maybe with Australian dollar. I guess if there will be better news coming from China, then Australian dollar might just make it all the way back. It quite easily can do so. So I think for the entry point, again, I don't really like at this moment anything, to be honest, guys, to tell you. So let's see if it might go inside here again, or maybe have a consolidation here. It just like I'm saying, it might just continue its way all the way back up. So we're still kind of in this little downtrend channel. So easily, I don't know, I think I'm going to leave it for now, just to see. It also didn't react on non-farm payroll at all. Nothing. Well, a little bit, pretty much nothing. Just see well, it's just, you see, very close to all my levels. If it will start to consolidate here, well, I have 70 pips, so yeah, if it's nice consolidation here, then quite possible I will have a look at, depends again what the news are going to come, and if it will give me a little bit of possibility, then possibly placing the pending orders buy from that level. You see that level, because it's been quite strong previously here. You see it's broke it here, so easily it can stack underneath or just jump, and then if it will jump, then to see where it's going to go at any of those levels, just to see how close it's going to be to the next levels and how big the channels are going to be. So that's my point at this moment. Dollar card also, I didn't go for any trades, and it was really messy. You can see how messy it was from here. I was waiting for some consolidation in here, but it jumped. Then it's jumped up and down, and just, it's like, well, I thought it was not worth it, really go for it. It's just, well, given a really big wing at this moment, and it's inside, you see it's inside, still our downtrend channel, just as it wants some expectation, it might stuck a little bit here before it will pick up the direction, right? Also, we still have, we actually had good news for Canadian dollar, but at the same time, you see non-farm, but at the same time, oil is still dropping, and that's why I see it decided not to catch any movement at that point. You see, guys, so I have to say it's, again, I mean, it's a bit of the area. In here, I was thinking to place the orders right here, so you can place sell order, for example, from this level, and possible drop to this area, right? And at the same time, you see it's very hard to place the buy order, because if you place here, then all the swings, you see they're only 20 something pips, so not enough to get me at least 10 pips. If I will get a little bit higher, I still have, you see, the worry about the stop. Okay, so that's why it's kind of not, it's a nice area, but too many wings, too many uncertainty in here. That's why I think it's a little bit risky to go for it. Let's say if the pair will go inside this and kind of give a little bit better movement in here, so maybe I can place it like this, you see, to try to take all of these little tops, and if it will consolidate around here, then I can see it could be a good opportunity for either continue the way to the next level, right, or drop. Let's see how close it is to the next level. So that's how you have to look at it to see how close to the next level. See, well, it's reasonable, right? 60 pips. It's good enough again to go for a smaller trade. If it will go further, then yeah, still now 40 pips. So yes, that I would say that would be the area. So no wings. Just a smooth, and then I will look for the possible entry points in here. So that's my view on dollar card. Now gold. I had trades for gold this week, and I posted the screenshots with my orders in Telegram and Facebook once again. You can actually find the links in the description under this video, also with my EA if you want to use it, because I was placing my orders with the EA. And so it's less stress. You just place the orders and you just come back and see what happened. You got the profit or else, or you didn't get into the trade at all, or maybe you lost and it's recovered. So, okay, you don't need to stress out. It's very stressful these days to trade with all this uncertainty. Okay, so look, we had here, right? So I was like, let's wait for some consolidation, but it didn't happen. You see, it just went up straight away. So here, I was thinking to use this level, and I thought I will not risk it just in case, you never know. But you see, it actually had again, I missed an opportunity. I should have just placed it. And it was a great jump, a very good move. So in here, this is where I sent my orders, where I placed them, because we went in the same area. Okay, so here, right, we had previous week a gap here, so, and we returned to the same area. So I thought, okay, I missed the previous one, a good level, so that one looked a little bit more clear for me because it gave me a bit of the triangle, and that's what I drew, guys, like this, and then we had something like that. So that's where I placed my orders buy here, and I said I placed my order sell here. So this is where I had my small sell with 10 pips only, and then I said I'm keeping my orders. And I left the orders once again. So this is where I caught this good move up. Okay, so that was a good about 60 pips I made, plus maybe slightly more. So that was good opportunities with gold. A little bit, you see, it's not as sharp. That's what I'm trying to tell. When it's a little bit come down, not that many wings. That's what I look for, okay, guys? So, and also on Friday, if you've known farm, I actually had a trade here also. I also placed it with my EA. I had a sell stop. I didn't send that because I wasn't sure if it's going to be because of the level. So I just placed my sell order, sell stop, and before the news event. And that's exactly what happened. It's actually got me into a nice trade. You see, it was a very good drop, and I got a trade. So yeah, that's how I had a bit of the gold, which was nice. And so what is it now? Well, we see how it's reacting once again, still with this coronavirus. If it will scare US, I presume gold is probably continue the way up. Except here, yeah, I was looking at a possible head and shoulders pattern, right? We still have a shoulder, and this could be easily head. At the same time, of course, it can continue all the way to the next level. So easily, right? Can do, had a bit of a correction, and now it can continue the way. All going to depend on this coronavirus news. Wow. Okay, so in here also, it quite possibly could be double top, right? Okay, easily can be. But so what I will be looking, of course, you see we're stopped at the previous level. So now I'm waiting for some consolidation around it. Just like you saw, I showed to you what I'm looking for, some consolidation in here. And if it will count down a bit without opening, except like on Monday, again, it might, on Sunday for some of you, it might have a jump either way, could be gap again, or it just might continue its way wherever it decide. Might still react on non-farm a little bit before some coronavirus news again, and might just fall, right? Or maybe jump. If not, then of course, like I'm saying, in this area, I will be looking for some consolidation. Right now, it's not giving me anything. You see, guys, so here I just placed because it was all on top and had that strong level. That's why I placed the order before the news. At this moment, I can't say where I'm going to place, because if it will go up higher that level, or maybe it will go underneath that level, right? Or maybe I'll just wait for a little bit better opportunity again. Maybe it will go in somewhere in the middle, just like as it was before. Like I told you, it's not somewhere in the middle, it's in the area, right? So in that a little bit of area, it's just had last week like here, and this week, and who knows, maybe the coming week it will also have consolidation around here. Quite possibly could be. So we will see. But first, yeah, I will look in here, in this area. Like I'm saying, if I will be in time and I will be at the screen, I will have opportunity to send some screenshots, then I might do so. So that's what I'm saying. The Telegram and Facebook groups are all free. I don't provide any paid signals at this moment, guys, because you see, I'm planning my European trip. I'm still hoping, fingers crossed. And but I would not be able, of course, during the trip, I would not be able to trade. And it's going to be a pretty stressful trip this time. If you're going to make it, I don't know. So that's why until I will settle a little bit down again, I will not provide any services, okay, as I used to. So, but just a little bit of in my free groups, I might do so. So euro pound, also I didn't have any trades this week. You can see it also didn't give me much of the entry points. Jumped up, have a bit of a consolidation, but again very sharp, very wide, and went down up. So pretty much nothing for me. And depends. Of course, there was some good news starting to talk about Brexit again, deal between the EU and UK, and then it went down a little bit, not very positive. So pretty much, I mean, of course, it kind of looks, it could possibly be a little bit of correction, right? A huge move up. Of course, you'd expect a bit of correction, which might give a bit of bullish flag wherever. So it might go down a bit and then continue the way up. So technically, I would see it this way. So a bit of correction here. You see, I put another level. Once again, we had a bit of consolidation in this area. So let's see if it go back in here, or maybe it will go on top around here. So yeah, obviously, if you follow the news, what's happening out there, then you can see if it will start to have a bit of, so you will see it looks a bit like a flag. And if it will sit underneath, then it's quite possible to use these levels, placing the pending orders buy. Okay. And of course, if it will drop down and who knows, sit underneath here in this area or a bit further, which I don't think so, I would still see it more towards possible, like a little bit here and turning around and continue to the next level. Quite possible. So we will see. Okay, so that's kind of a little bit of view on euro pound. I'm saying we will see is because you see how pound jumped. It had a huge jump. I mean, once again, it took advantage of dollar. and a little bit better news with the talkings, right, between the EU and UK. And like I was telling you, the expectation was that it will sit in that range, right, going down, up, down, up, down, up, like reacting on all of these things happening. So it's not unpredictable. And also I see I spotted on the first stages of that little triangle, and I sent that triangle to the groups and showed you. So I had only one sell order, but you see that I showed you that level too. And in the normal conditions, you see on the markets, I would have placed both direction. Buy order from that level, once again 20 pips above and 20 pips below this level. So how I trade? I will trade in the usual condition, right? First it goes for example, you see it went up, it's about 40 pips, so plus 10 pips profit, one. Then as you see, it's recovered, pulled back, and you see it didn't jump inside. So then I use the same level once again. So I'm placing the orders buy again, and then it goes all the way. So first 10 pips, and then by trailing stop depends, right? Okay, wherever it could have closed somewhere around, taking like few pips, then another 20, 30 pips, who knows. And yeah, it was another possible opportunity, little consolidation in here, very small, and but still nice little channel, but it's too small for me. See, that's why I decided I still don't want to place buy orders at this moment. Well, except you see good move, like 100 over 100 pips. Yeah, okay, so I missed that one. Well, we will see for more opportunities, right? So, and once again, it's not much of the reaction on non-farm payroll, and still we'll see what's the news are going to be from those talks about the deal. So it's back in the same range area. See, we've been here before, and same levels. If it will have consolidation, we'll see underneath the level, it will sit or jump over it. So that's the first area to look for. Okay, so I will be looking at this area, and I will be still looking at placing orders, sell orders. But like I'm saying, still, if American dollar will start to be weakened, so of course it might easily to continue the way up. Okay, so have a bit of consolidation here, and then it might just continue going up based on those news. Okay, so but we're still in the kind of same range. So from here, quite easily going down and up again, down, up, who knows, to the next level. But okay, so this is the first level to look at. Okay, so that's the level we'll be looking at. So that's pretty much it with pound dollar. If it will stay around this level, so of course that level, and go down, who knows, somewhere in the middle, back down to here. If it will go up, who knows, somewhere in the middle it might stop some consolidation, looking for orders here, and then go to the next level and listen in the news. That's pretty much the influence. So now going to pound yen. Also had trades with pound yen, same triangle, a little one. We are at the same level. Remember, I draw that little level to see is it going to be a stopping point. So it's end up, you see, I'm using this two stopping point, except we still have a little bit of the bottom. You see, that's what I'm telling you, when we are like this, need to see where we are. You see, it's like roughly, that's where we would have expected the stopping point. You see, it's how symmetrical, the parallel. So yeah, you see, it's quite pretty much stopped around here. So, and yeah, again, I had a sell order only, had a small trade in here, got in, and it's also was possible, you see, placing the buy order, and that's what I'm saying, why is it good to just place with the EA and go for smaller seats. It was only 60, 70 pips. So again, take 10 pips, close half positions, and then by trailing stop, it could have given you now 10, 20 pips profit, and then that's it. And then you don't catch anything else or floating. So what is it now? Well, once again, what's going to happen if they use pretty much coronavirus again? Might ease a little bit, like I'm saying, for China, and so the pound yen might have a bit of recovery, right? So it didn't have recovery yet, so yeah, it might turn around a bit. I mean, at this moment, I don't see any good entry point for me, and just see where it start to consolidate. You see, it's had a bit of consolidation here, but at the end of the week, let's see if it will go back down here. So I mean, if it will start to consolidate on top, then maybe looking for again sell orders, but if it might go for recovery, then possibly if it will sit underneath this, maybe to use that level as a buy. But like I'm saying, yen pairs with yen, they do create good patterns, right? So let's maybe look for a little bit of longer, for a bit more pattern or something. We'll see. At this moment, I wouldn't go for it. I mean, It might consolidate like here, you see, underneath and high, low. At this moment, I just wouldn't place anything. Just wait and see a little bit more, give me something more. Okay, just like I'm saying, if it will give me something more, I might send. You see, in the bigger picture, it kind of looks a little bit. I mean, this looks like a turning point. Yeah, that wing, it usually shows quite a turning point. At the same time, it kind of looks a bit like a bearish flag creation. So, but with this wing, it might have, the next one might be a growing green candle. Okay, so in here it might be a green candle, which, as you can see on the daily chart, it still could be in the range of the bearish flag. So, but in the short term, it might have a bit of a correction. Okay, so that quite easily can go up. So, and actually I had a pound CHF. I also sent the same. That was a little bearish flag where I actually sent a screenshot, and I had a sell order on this one. So that was the first sell. See, and said how I could use a second time. So it's just a little bit with the other pairs. So that's it, guys. That's how I trade. That's how I place my orders. Once again, showing you, and where I will be looking for this coming week. And if you want to join, don't forget, check out the links under this video in the description. You'll find all the information you need. And be careful. Once again, I'm saying, in these days it's not easy. Quite frustrating and stressful for many of you, I'm sure. So happy trading, everyone, and I see you next week. Bye.